So about a week or two ago, I hit Diamond. But right before I hit Diamond, well, something very bad happened to me. I essentially just got blatantly scammed. A lot of people were messaging me, congratulating me, and I don't feel like I deserve any of that. But thank you, either way. I would say this all took place about a week or so before I hit Diamond. Basically what happened is I joined an LFG, also known as one of those looking for group posts. It's where someone makes a post, and then a few other people can join it, and then you guys can squad up and play ranked. I knew someone was gonna go in there. I mean, it's every time I lay down there, I get a kill. It's the most rat spot. Wait, we're actually gonna clutch this? Oh my sweat. So I joined this LFG, and immediately, right off the bat, things were suspicious, to say the least. For one, everyone in there was British, which that's never a good sign. I'm just saying. But even so, it was kind of weird that they were all British, and I joined their party, and they just didn't seem to care that I was American. Because usually if you live where the British people live, you won't want to play ranked together because your ping will be really high depending on what servers you play, and it's a whole big thing and blah, 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 I don't care. However, they did not seem to care or question at all the fact that I was American. But I pretty much just figured they were super not racist and they were just great people. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, how did I, okay. That Ash I should not have killed at all. Ooh. Now another red flag right off the bat is that they did not care about my KD at all. When I joined their squad and everything, there was actually a champion in there with a 1.6 KD. And then after that, there was a couple diamonds and a plat, and they all had pretty good KDs. In other words, this squad was looking pretty sweaty. And from my experience, when I play with sweaty players, especially ones with high KDs, the first thing they do when you join their LFG is they ask you, what's your ranking KD? It's like an interrogation or something. So normally when this happens, I just lie to them because I don't want to tell them my actual KD. Oh, that was a human. I thought that was an alibi. Oh my goodness. Why would you run out? It's so obvious. But this squad in particular did not ask that question at all. Immediately when I joined their squad, they were like, all right, start it up, start it up, start it up. It was like time was of the essence. Now me being the dumb and ignorant human that I am, I was just super excited to be playing with these high KD players. I just figured I was either A, gonna get carried, or I was gonna be able to actually play well and impress them and be able to play more games with them and keep winning. So I was just ignoring all of these red flags, including the third one, which was that nobody was really talking, and there were one or two people that just kept leaving and joining back into the party, which didn't make any sense to me. At least it didn't make sense to me at the time. But nonetheless, we started up the rank game, and well, that's when things went horribly wrong. Oh my goodness gracious. So right off the bat in round one, we just got completely and utterly slammed. I believe most of our team actually got spawn killed. They were jumping out of windows, almost like they knew exactly where we were. We were actually on canal right here, and this window is a common jump out. So I was just kind of looking at it for a second. I just kind of looked at it, and then I looked away and rappelled up. And right when I rappelled up, the guy jumped out and killed two of us. And then the rest of our team, who had already gotten to the roof, they just got spawn peeked immediately. Like I said, it was almost as if this other team knew exactly where we were. And as it would turn out, they did know exactly where we were. One of our teammates was actually giving callouts to the other team. It was actually the guy in the beginning when I had first joined the LFG who kept leaving and joining back. He was actually joining the other team's party. And the reason they didn't care about my KD or the servers or anything like that is because they already knew that they were going to win. See, there wasn't just one guy on our team giving callouts to the enemies or something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I was getting what they call elo trapped. Now, in my understanding, and to be clear, it's not much of an understanding. What elo trapping is, if you don't already know, I think, is basically when a group of friends will queue on a African server or some server where nobody's playing this game. No offense to Africa. And because nobody's playing on that server, or virtually nobody, they'll actually get into a game with themselves. Now, how is that possible? Well, you see, these players are actually making two different squads. They have one squad with all of their main accounts on it, where they actually want to win and get elo. And then they have another squad, which is hosted by somebody with an account they don't care about. And that player will make an LFG post or try and fill it up with randoms, which in this scenario, that's where I came in. I was one of the randoms. And they'll essentially queue these two squads together at the same time. Oh, jeez. But they'll essentially queue these two squads together, and that's how they'll be easily able to win, because they literally have their own accounts or friends' accounts on the other team. At least I think that's how that works. Don't quote me too much on that. But then, to make matters even worse, after I got elo trapped and scammed and lost a lot of elo, which by the way, I got scammed for about 150 elo, because remember, there was a champion on our team, and there were two pretty high diamonds, and Yeah, we got slammed. The other team was all low plats. So if you ever meet a British guy named Noah Robo, because he's the only one I can really remember, just know he's a fake champ. Yeah, so I lost like 150 elo from this game. I lost my plat 1. I was pretty close to diamond at this point, and I was quite devastated because I don't think I'd ever been that close to diamond before. And I actually went on like a 10-game losing streak. I lost about 500, 600 elo, all the way down to plat 3. From high plat 1, I was this close to hitting diamond for the first time when I came across this scam thing, and it set off a whole series of bad games, and I just kept losing and losing, and oh my God. I went all the way down to platinum 3. I had like 3,900 elo, and by the time this is over, I had like 3,300, 3,400. It was terrible. It was like climbing a mountain, and you're about to reach the peak, and you just need to take one more step, but then you trip and roll all the way back down the mountain. Oh, I feel bad for that guy. It's like taking a math test, and then you finally finish the test with just a minute or two remaining until you realize there was a back page. Nobody should have had to experience this.